Lily, you're doing a YouTube video? You're going to tell everyone what they should do now they've got a place for London? Yeah.
Have you got a place, Lily? Good afternoon, everybody. It's Monday the 24th of October, also known as London Marathon Ballot Day, or Rejection Day, or Happy Day, well, whatever you want to call it. It's so far been quite successful in the running hub.
Yes, we wanted to film a video because there'll be lots of people out there that maybe have either got a place and so it's really exciting. There might be people that are going through the charity route, or people might be thinking, I haven't got a place, but I'd like to do a marathon in the spring, so I'll book something else.
I'm sure there'll be lots of people that put their name in the ballot thinking they had no chance of getting a space, and now are probably like, oh God, it's real.
Oh no. Oh, sugar, I've got a place, what do I do? So yeah, we wanted to create this video for those people that maybe are like, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting this, what do I do next? So the first thing that we've put down is basically, don't panic.
Absolutely do not panic. That would be the first thing I throw head, like, what do I do now? I've got a marathon to run.
What do I do next? So yeah, first thing is don't panic. If anything, just let the news settle for a day or two.
Yeah,
you know,
you've still got a bit of time.
Yeah, just let everything sink in, get excited, let those nerves build. Oh, look at these.
Lily's ready.
Lily's ready as well. So yeah, try not to panic too much.
The next thing you do not need to do right now is get your trainers on and start training.
Yeah, don't feel like, oh,
day one
wow.
is not now.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just this second. So don't feel like I've got to rush out, I've got to do loads of training, because what happens is people get so excited, which is amazing, but will do so much and do too much too quickly, and that's normally how injuries occur for first timers. Is you're building up your volume, which is the amount of training, or you're doing too much intensity too quickly. So again, you don't have to like go out for a run straight away, just again,
as you say, so easy to get carried away and excited right now. And excited's good,
yeah,
but chill.
Go for a short run, maybe.
Marathon,
not a sprint. Yeah, maybe go for a short run, but you don't need to be going out this weekend and doing a half marathon or anything like that. So next thing is just kind of, after everything's settled in, is start then thinking about your reason why and really kind of solidifying that. And
it'll help you in the cold, dark, wet months of winter, having your reason why. Your reason why could be totally individual to you. It could be for someone close to you. It could be for a charity, but it's really good to have this motivation for the winter. Yeah,
on those days where it's difficult to lace up, those are the days that you'll want to bring it back to your reason why, because we're not going to sit here and say that it's really easy. It is a fantastic process. It can be fun. It can be like really challenging in a really positive way, but there also will be some times which are harder. So yeah, remembering
there's some dark times in marathon.
So remember your reason why, and if you are fundraising for a charity, then set up your page, and those are the things that you can do in the next few days. Rather than heading out for a run, focus on all of that, all the admin stuff that you can do behind the scenes is setting up your fundraising page, getting some ideas of maybe what you're going to do, whether you do a bake sale or like a sponsored activity, a fun night with your friends and family to get everyone together. See if your work will do a match donation, all things like that. You've got lots of opportunity to think of the fundraising. Okay, next up. The biggest thing is going to be training and your training plan and what to do now. So probably the first thing people do is to go into Google, London Marathon Training Plan, and have a look. And if you do, you're going to find a whole host of different things on there. And if anything, it's going to be a bit overwhelming, a bit daunting, and being like, where do I actually start?
Yeah, I think what's really important to remember there is not all of them are wrong, but not all of them are right either.
No.
For you. It's a long process, but it's also a very individual process.
Yeah. So typically, if you go online, you'll see that a marathon training plan typically says 16 weeks. But here at the Running Hub, we believe that it can be individual to you. Some people will do 12 weeks. Some people will do 24 weeks. Some people will do a whole year. So it's totally different. Like we said before, it's just got to be a gradual process and build yourself up comfortably and steady.
Yeah, we very much believe in the Running Hub that the longer block is more beneficial, but I don't mean longer as in just getting the miles in. We'll be encouraging our athletes right now to be setting themselves up for winter and set themselves up ready to take on the challenge of marathon training. So that could look different for you. That could look like a lot of gym work, strength work, stretching. It could look like the start of your base phase. You could be looking at a smaller goal in the meantime, like a half marathon or a 10k. once again, that's individual to you, but we look at the foundations going into the block.
Yes, and just before Christmas, if you have got a place and you're like, what do I do? Like James said, maybe book a shorter race. That might be something to get you out the front door and training for something. And as well, just building those good, consistent habits. We probably would say, ideally, if it's your first time, you want to be running 3 times a week, if not 4. I think 3 or 4 times a week, again, dependent on you as an individual, your background, your history, how much time you've got to train. 3 to 4 times a week is the sweet spot for most first timers to make sure that they're prepared enough.
Yeah, and you'll see plenty of people online that have got miles upon miles. And yes, a marathon is about endurance and distance, but keep it individual to you. It's not necessarily about just chasing and racking up miles.
No, what I always say is that the start line and the finish line, so the start of your process and your journey, and the finish line, which is making the start line, how you get there, your pathways are all going to look totally different. So just because one person's on the red pathway, doesn't mean that the yellow pathway that you're on is the wrong thing. It's just making sure that it's always individual to you. So here at the Running Hub, we've got a couple of options. We offer one-to-one coaching. We also have a new group coaching program, which we did for the first time this autumn, which went really well, at the Marathon Academy. So we'll leave some information in the description. And also we just have our Running Hub community, so if you want to be part of a team and community to support you on your journey up towards a marathon. So yeah, we'll leave some more links down below, but we have lots of options in the Running Hub to help you on your journey.
And that leads us seamlessly into the next point, which is, gather your friends, gather your running club, gather your fellow runners who are doing marathon. Like, don't do this journey on your own.
Yeah, and if you are not part of like a community or a running club or anything like that, then kind of reach out. People within the running community are very friendly, and if you've got a local running club, then just send them an email and say, can I join you for one of your group runs, and go along and try it. And not every club or group is going to be the right one for you, but some people go along and they don't have a great experience, but don't let that prevent you from trying something different. But yeah,
once again, talking about those winter months, you will really be thankful of having a group to run with to get those long miles done.
Yeah,
for sure.
So yeah, just see if you can find some people, and if there's not clubs, then rope your friends and family in. Can they join you on the bike and things like that? Having a support network is going to be one of the most integral parts of your training. So moving on to, let's go to logistics.
Yeah, so we're doing London. We know where it is. We know where the start is. Nothing's going to change. Control the controllables and get the things you can done now done. If you're local and you're going to travel in the morning, cool, perfect. If you're not so local, how are you getting there? When are you going to the expo? Where are you staying? Honestly, get these things sorted out now. 1, it'll be cheaper. And 2, way less stress to worry about near the time.
Yeah.
You'll have enough things to stress about.
Yeah, so just sort out a hotel, go onto booking.com, book something with free cancellation maybe, honestly, and everyone always says like, where should I stay in London? Just stay somewhere which has got good access to sort of like tube lines and stuff, because you don't have to necessarily stay in Greenwich near the start, because you've got to think you're going to finish in a completely different place. So just stay somewhere where that's affordable within your budget, but also that's got good access to the tube and things like that.
So some of the outer skirts of London that have got tube links in, perfect.
Yeah, but just you want to be in the vicinity of London. So sort your logistics out. Also as well, for those that may be 60 to 90 minutes away, there'll be clubs that do buses and coaches into London as well. So that's also an option. And then coming on to, which we kind of spoke about already, but like training, now we're time to think about maybe our targets that might help shape our training. What should we do in between now and Christmas? I think there's a lot to it, and a lot of what people will ask. So I think firstly, have a goal, what you want to achieve, but let that be quite fluid and flexible, because things change. It might be that you progress further than what you thought, or it might be that you face a hurdle or two along the way, because it's natural.
That goal was a little ambitious to start with.
Yeah, and things just might crop up. Over the winter months, there's illnesses and things like that people might, social plans over Christmas and stuff, which may put you back slightly. So it's just have a target time, train to that, but then also, or it could be that you just want to go and enjoy it and have fun and just do the best that you can. But so that then
definitely. A target isn't necessarily always time based. It can be, I want to feel like this as I'm going over the Tower Bridge. I want to feel like this as I run down the mall.
Yeah, so now you don't necessarily need to start hardcore marathon training. What we would just say is just build your base. Explain what that is a little bit more if you don't know.
Basically, by running easy, you're building your aerobic base, which is your efficiency of your lungs and heart, essentially. So we call it base because it's the foundations of our house we're about to build, our training block. So if we can get into these good habits, form good structure and good systems to your week, you're going to set yourself up well for the nitty-gritty miles that come in the peak phase.
Yeah, so now we just want to be doing some easy miles, building up the consistency. If you plan to run 3 times a week in the future, but you're only running once, don't then start 3 times a week. Do a couple of weeks where you're doing 2 runs a week, then build it up to 3. And again, it's just building that routine and those habits that when your kind of more intense part of the plan kicks in, you're ready for it. We'd also say to just do other forms of training and exercise, whether that's in the gym and doing some strength training, might be doing some HIIT classes. Again, it's like in the winter, it can be a bit harder to get out and run. So all of any other type of fitness work that you're going to do is going to help benefit your marathon training.
As we say, it's about setting you up to be ready. So, you know, do the good stuff, do the stretching, do the sleeping, do the hydration, do the strength work.
Yeah, and then last thing really is just putting all those exciting things on your Christmas list. Christmas is obviously coming up, so think about all of the kit that you may need to be training with. We're not telling you that you've got to go out and buy loads because you don't have to, but obviously think of the essentials that you might want to be training with. You know, some of the bigger things like trainers, a watch, maybe a jacket for the colder months, things like that. Those big items that you might think, oh, I could... Big
back stock of gels and electrolyte drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, like what gels will you be training with? You know, ask for a multi-pack or try some different brands. You know, add these things to your Christmas list or treat yourself for Christmas and make sure that you've got everything ready for the new year to take things up. Could be that you go to a running shop and get your gait checked to make sure you've got the right trainers. And as well, you might treat yourself to a nice new watch. Personally, we're not saying you have to go and have a watch to train for a marathon, but personally we find that the Garmin watches are great for running versus Apple watches.
Yeah, I would say right now, a decent pair of trainers and a decent tool to track your mileage and time is going to set you up well.
Yeah, even if it's just the Strava app for now, just a pair of trainers and something to track your distance and your time, and away you go.
Yeah, but I mean, essentially, if you're watching this because you've got into London today, then congratulations.
Yeah.
You're about to embark on a fantastic journey. Don't panic, you've still got time yet, but don't rest on your laurels just yet. Never.
Yeah, so yeah, like James says, congratulations if you're in. Hopefully this video's given you some
food for thought.
Yeah, and basically
something to process.
All we're saying is like, don't jump into things too quickly. Take some time, map things out, and
we'll leave some links below with all the stuff that the Running Hub can help you with, but feel free to leave any comments or smash into our DMs on Instagram and we'll help you out.
Smash or slide?
Smash, we're excited.
Okay, here we go. So yeah, good luck for those that are training for the London Marathon, and if you're not training for the London Marathon, we also would welcome you into the Running Hub because we have people training for Paris, Manchester, the main 2 so far, but there's others out there like Brighton, Newport, Rotterdam, Southampton, Milton Keynes, so there's lots.
We also have people that aren't training for marathons, if you're watching this, that aren't running a marathon.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, any questions, let us know, and thanks for watching this video.
Safe running.